Good evening. My name is Salud, and tonight I've written you a story. It's a little aimless. I've been missing the ocean, and I thought you might want to have a walk through the market with me. Please take a moment to get comfortable. Focus on the sound of my voice, and let's begin. You walk down the market street with a smile on your face, enjoying the feel of your silk slippers against the cobblestone. It's a busy day in the capital, and the summer air hums with hundreds of voices and footsteps. The ocean tide roars behind you, the foam-capped waves crashing against the beach behind you. You take a deep breath in, smelling the salt in the air. The market is bursting with color. There are massive silk canopies erected over every vendor, done in soft pastels to complement the fashions this season. They wave in the wind, matching the well-dressed people you see haggling for wares. Everything drapes and flows over the silhouettes you see. The clothes people wear are pinned at the shoulder with beautiful jewelry, and as you walk, you take stock of them. Each pin is unique, like the person wearing it. You see owls with ruby eyes, a sun and a moon eclipsing each other in brass and bronze. One woman wears a large gold heart, and another is a small bouquet done in gemstones. The robes drape and form simple lines, but they are rich with details. There's embroidered symbolism on the hems, house crests and the initials of lovers stitched into the fabric. Watching them walk and barter makes you feel connected, and all your lonely feelings wash away with the tides. For a moment you just breathe, taking in the warm air and the sight of all these different people. Leaning against a wall, you watch them pass, wondering who they are. You see hair that's long and hair that's short, hair that bounces and hair that blows in the wind, rich skin and fair skin, robes made from silk that trail against the ground, and functional outfits done in linen. Faces are art, you think, taking in the way angles and distances change everything. Eyes that are round or almond, noses that are pert or elegant, and for a time you feel connected. They talk and haggle and live under the same sky as you, beautiful in their own way, like trees in a forest, growing differently under the same sun. The moment passes and you start your walk again, looking for the building you need. You're told it has a green roof and pink silk canopies out front. Market wares are all around you. There's cold sangria being sold in copper mugs, the fruit bobbing playfully to the top of each serving. You see pottery done in raku glaze, the iridescent blues and copper playing off the light with their perfect imperfection. Your eyes drink in the gentle, curving slopes of the pottery. There's fine oil paintings of the ocean, silks in a rainbow of colors hanging and blowing in the wind like kites, and pyramids of incense that burn in shining gold boxes, scenting the air with jasmine. There's cosmetics, too, the shimmering colors peeking out of their silver casings to wink at you as you pass. A vendor waves painted fans at you. One has a peony flower the size of your fist and silver tassels. The sound of string instruments being played drifts over the horizon. Gentle violins singing in the breeze. You tuck your hands into your pockets, then cross a small bridge in the middle of the market. The wooden planks feel sturdy under your slippers, and the trickle of water underneath you accompanies the music. Once you cross, there's a kettle filled with chocolate to your right, bigger than a community soup pot. A merchant is selling skewers of fruit and wafers you can dip in. It smells like heaven, and you wonder if the coffee vendor beside it is there intentionally. They compliment one another, and the two merchants smile at each other when one makes a sale, like they're sharing a secret. The music picks up tempo, and the sounds of water grow dim. Just ahead, you see gold coins catching light as they're tossed into a violin case. The street performer is almost as tall as the market tents. She wears a draping teal dress pinned at the shoulder. She sways in time to her own beat, pulling the bow across the violin strings. Her eyes are closed, and long, dark eyelashes fan against her cheeks. She looks oblivious to the crowd that has gathered, and you wonder in her mind if it's just her and her violin, practicing like they're at home. Ocean waves crash in the distance, and you hear the harbor master announce an arrival. A bell rings over the din of waves and music and market, and you hear sailors excitedly start to unload crates. Looking over to the docks, you see friends rush to reunite with loved ones. They spin and smile and look deep into one another's eyes. The market continues, and you see silk bassinets for rabbits and kittens that are dripping in bows and ruffles. A man is placing a soft-looking gray bunny inside of a crib, seeing if he likes it. There are hairpins with diamonds that dangle from invisible metallic strings, and the craftsman tells you that they will make you the star of any dance you attend. You smile and shake your head, but you're flattered when the vendor says your lovely hair should be treated to fine things. The woodworker up the street has the largest assortment of merchandise. She takes up the space of 3 stalls and needs every inch. You never noticed how much variety there is in wood, how many tones and textures and colors are contained within tree trunks. You see warm browns and rich reds, pale whites, and every kind of brown filled with twisting, polished veins. There are delicate looking wood pens with shiny metal hardware, monocles that gleam in the sun, and rocking chairs. The wood is polished, and you can't resist running your finger along the top of a table. It's smoother than marble. You look over to see the craftsman running the stall give you an approving nod. Sheepishly, you move away. There's fried green onion cakes sizzling nearby, and you see a woman selling donuts glazed in every color of the rainbow, with matching sprinkles covered in edible gold dust. There's a farmer selling huge stalks of red rhubarb longer than your arms, giving children the leaves to wear as hats. They giggle and chase each other, shouting the rules to a game you'd forgotten about until this moment, but remember vividly. Blown glass pipes gleam in the sun to your left, colors twisting through them like smoke. They are shaped like women and wolves, all curves and teeth. A painting of a mermaid with purple scales and long brown hair hangs overhead, watching over them, since they're so fragile. You see a pop-up cafe filled with cozy tables for two. There's couples holding hands at them, gazing lovingly into each other's eyes with untouched teacups between them. There are cherry pies and blueberry crumble in the pastry case, and hot chocolate being served, piled high with whipped cream, garnished with chocolate sprinkles and twisting wafer straws. The cafe appeals to you, even if you don't have someone to sit with and hold your hand. You place your order and sit down at the table canopied by a palm tree. You look up, admiring the way the small shafts of sunlight pierce through the leaves. A plate is placed before you with a gentle clink against the painted iron of your table. There's golden waffles with swirls of whipped cream and fresh blueberries. A saucer of melted chocolate beside it. You drizzle it over top, making a delicious-looking zigzag that melts into the whipped cream and blazes its own trail through the waffle trap squares, overflowing onto the plate. Your coffee is sweetened with white chocolate syrup and hazelnuts, and the first sip is heaven. The brew is bold and delicious, lingering on the back of your tongue before vanishing into a smooth swallow that tastes like both a ritual and something new. The first bite of your waffle is golden and fluffy, with berries and cream piled precariously. You savor each bite, each sip, taking in the sounds and smells of the market. It's more than delicious food, beautiful wares, and interesting people. It's music, art, and human connection. It's people creating and crafting, making songs and tables and glass pipes because they could, because they wanted to. You feel proud of them, every person who worked hard to create and come here today to bring waffles and smiles to strangers. It's been a joy to hear heartbreaking violins over the crashing waves and watch children play games you'd long forgotten about. There's so much beauty and talent in the world, you realize as you clean the last of your plate, mopping up chocolate syrup with a bite of waffle. You're grateful you took this time, this slow walk. What would you have missed if you'd taken the shortest path to your destination? Pushing aside your plate, you dab at the corner of your mouth with a napkin, then leave some coins as an extra thank you to whomever prepared such a delicious, indulgent breakfast for you. A comfortable breeze from the ocean ruffles your robes. They make a pleasing, rhythmic sound as you walk. Swish step, swish step. You breathe as you move, taking in the expansion of your chest and the smell of the ocean. You let out a long, slow exhale, noting the quality of your breath. The day is fresh and new, and there's purpose in your step. You're on your way to do a job and a craft that only you can do. The artisans of the market have inspired you, and you feel a peaceful vigor settle over you as step by step you close in on your destination. You walk down to the water, your slippers crunching on the beach. White-capped ocean waves crash against the sand before rolling back slowly, like they're showing you they could be gentle if they wanted to, but it's more fun to splash. There's a smile on your lips as the sounds of the docks and the market grow dim. The wind, waves, and seagull cries fill your ears. When the breeze blows through your hair, you almost believe the vendor who told you it was beautiful, because today you feel like it. Crabs skitter back to their homes where you walk, their little claws up in the air while they comically scuttle to and fro. You look down and see a beautiful pink seashell, curled in on itself like a unicorn horn and flaked with white iridescent sheen. It's no bigger than your index finger, and before you can contemplate your actions too much, you've slipped it into your pocket next to your handkerchief, feeling like it's somehow important. Not to you, but maybe to someone else. The shoreline winds and curves, and you see bushes of beautiful blue hyacinth flowers growing on the nearby grass, and tall palm trees that sway in the wind. A manor house rises up on the horizon. It has a private dock with a sleek-looking sailing boat bobbing on the water. The windows are massive with silk curtains blowing in them, waving hello to you. The roof is green and the canopies are pink. When you reach the manor, guards throw open the grand doors for you, saying that you're expected. And that's where I'm going to end the story for now. But you've made it home, and unfortunately, if you're hearing me, you haven't made it to sleep. I'm so sorry. Do you think another story would help? I'll link two that I think might work after this video. But I wanted to thank you for sharing your time with me. I want you to know that you're special, you're important, and you deserve good rest. Try to focus on your breathing and the fact that you're warm and comfortable. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you next time I've written a story. Good night.